Yo, still messing around with my setup. Got a couple more cameras coming that will either make things easier or harder. We'll see. But yeah, I wanted to try and get something where I can get a better view of two synths or whatever I have in the back here, and then a tighter shot of the stuff down below. But haven't quite got there yet. I'm still playing around with MPC3 software to see what I think of it. Haven't quite gotten a full set of thoughts together, but we're getting there. Let us give a try for a new project on the MPC. And I don't know, let's record some stuff in, I guess. I have no idea. I always do this. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to work on today, but we'll see. We'll go, wait, what am I doing? I don't need an empty drum kit. Go browse, and we'll go just grab something quick from some expansion here. Neo Sunset sounds fun for today. D minor, we're into it. I'll see if I can do this at 85 BPM. I guess the quantize helped me out a little. We're still got something wrong. Where we go wrong? Probably in the last, kind of like that late. Let's make that still stay late. Now I feel like we need some timing correct here. Let's go for, try a 62 swing first. We're going to need to make this longer. We'll double the length. Oh, I thought we were going to have some more. I guess we go into keys. All right, maybe I can just do that. We'll give it a try. Gonna fix this note. Go automation. If it'll let us. Oh, because we're in overdub. Right. We don't want nudge, we want automate. There we go. Okay. Didn't notice. Alright, we need some bass. Let's see if we can get something on the virus going. So first, sampler on. We want to switch to a different track. Just make a new track. Go MIDI. Notes. D, natural minor. And output. see if I move hopefully move this over. Not feeling that. Just noodle something out. Not into it. Let's erase and start over. Just messing with the filters. See what we get. I'm in the okay with it. It's not great, but what is going on here? Did I just undo that? That's annoying. Okay, shift, undo to redo it. I was trying to see if I can go in the looper to record an audio loop, and that didn't do what I expected. There we go. I must have hit something. Maybe I hit something else? I don't know. Why is it not recording? Turn my light on in here, see if it helps with the contrast. I do have also coming in a couple LED lights that I want to get plugged in, see if it'll help just with the lighting and be able to see stuff better for videos I record, but I don't know. We'll find out how this stuff works as we get going. I have actually not done this on MPC 3.4, so I don't know what's going to happen when I do export to track, audio track. We have no audio tracks. Do I need to make one? All right. We go new track, audio. I don't know if this is going to do what I want or not. Wish me luck. Okay, now we're in this looper. That's not where I want to be. Oh, I bet I know what's going on here. So when I'm hitting menu and push the pad, it's going into the step sequencer. Okay, good to know. This might break me of the habit of doing the quick buttons for holding menu and stuff here, or I'm gonna have to reorganize this into stuff I actually want to use. But okay, let's go to the looper, export to track. We now have an audio track, so we can export there. Let's see, can we clear this? We can. So we now got audio track 1 has the bass in it. Clean that up a little. And we won't use this. I'm gonna leave it here. All right. What was I gonna do with the bass? I had something in mind. It's all right. Let's go back to the MIDI track. Okay, we are seeing the Iridium. Okay, we're just sending over what I recorded. This is hold down. I'll just, oops, I forgot I don't have my Bluetooth keyboard hooked up anymore. On me, bass 1, do it, close. Okay. We'll just turn this off to none. Another MIDI. That was weird. I feel like I just dropped something. All right. Notes definitely loud enough. Maybe just didn't play. The first one maybe just has to end a little bit further out. Come on. And edit. I don't want it that long. So we gotta go timing correct. Maybe 30-second. A little longer than I want. Let's go off. Maybe there. That last note seems like it needs to be a little longer too. kind of wonder if this should be nudged to be on time. I think it's a little early. Check. No, this is the 4-3. We're good. All right. So menu, looper, we can record this in as well. Presumably, I can't export this to audio track 001 because it'll overwrite it. What if I want to save this as a clip? Can I not do? All right. Sample edit. It's just called new looper sample, and I cannot. Where is my sample for the audio track I just made? Because I want to take this. Let's say I want to chop it up or do anything else with it. How do I do that? Looper. Normally I would just do export or keep and then name it. But it looks like we gotta create a new audio track to write it to. This just feels wrong. Looper, export to track 2. Presumably go to 1's going to overwrite it. I don't want to do that. Export to track. Can I go edit audio, browse samples? Okay, so it just calls it new looper sample 1. So it's there. We don't get an opportunity to name it. Come on, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a stink about that. Oh, because we got it in the looper. Still. Alright. So we gotta clear this. We want to get rid of it and to mute it. And I feel like some of the... Because we're stuck with not being able to have multiple tracks go to the same program now, it's making some of these things I'm trying to think through a little bit, say, not unnatural, but not quite how I want to, not how I'm used to working. It's fine. We'll figure this stuff out. Because honestly, what I'd like to do is be able to, I could split this. Because I can certainly, is there a way to explode like we could before? Pencil. So we can explode tracks, which I guess is going to be the way to go. Yeah, man, I am on, well, it's actually 3.4. It's a little bit newer than the Akai Force firmware, which is on 3.3. But yeah, this is just messing around with the MPC3 software, trying to get my head around a few things here. Some of it feels a little unnatural, but I'm getting there. Have you been able to check it out, or just watching videos on it so far? All right, let's go. We're gonna explode this. Let's just. I know this is usually my nightmare because you end up with like a million tracks, but yeah, I was able to get in and check it out. So mostly just trying to dig into it a little bit when I have time. I'd say don't be impatient quite yet. I think a lot of people are forming early opinions on it that maybe are deserved or undeserved. I mostly like it. There's just things that don't feel right because there's things I'm used to doing on the MPC2 firmware, and there's a handful that are gone, but I also think that there's a lot of just design decisions that should make this a lot easier for people to work with. I really loved the Force workflow. They've gone, I'd say 60 to 80% towards the Force workflow. They're still missing another 20%. I don't know why they didn't bring it over unless they want us to buy 2 devices, but by and large, I'm actually pretty happy with how it is. I'm just trying to wrangle around in my head what to do here now. So now, okay, it's doing what we normally get on the MPC, which is you've got your different tracks that you've exploded out. So I can now mute kick, snare, and that's just calling everything that's in mute group 1, mute group 1. Oh, maybe mute group 2 has the other stuff. Okay. Well, I'm curious now. Let's go see what the heck is in the different mute groups here. I like 2 a lot. I've always told people I felt like on the MPC like since like 2.7 or 8, I'm like, I could probably use the current MPC for like 9 or 10 years. I still feel like I could. Although if they drop some new hardware, I might be tempted to upgrade depending on what they have for new features. I'm not like super big into more memory, but it would be nice to have a few more instruments, maybe double. I don't know that I need more than, I mean, 8's plenty most of the time, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, so to see what I was expecting, what am I doing wrong here? We're going to go to this track. Okay, this one, it did something weird. Okay. So these 2 are mute group 1. These 2 are mute group 2. That makes sense. Okay, so it's just not named. Now let's go see what it did to the programs. Okay, so we just got this one lit up. Just snare lit up here. Just mute group 2. 1 and 2. Okay, so it's like literally exploding out the tracks and only bringing like there's no samples assigned here. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with this because I think if you're building up something and you want to mess with it after, it was always kind of a chore because you'd explode a track, but it would still, because it would fully duplicate everything, you'd end up with like a mess of everything still. This methodology of doing it, if I want to come in like load up some different kicks or something, I just have plenty of pads now to load in kicks or snares or hats or whatever. I think I'm mostly okay with this. So presumably I can mute these. I don't need an extra kick. So if I want to unmute everything, I've got that available to me. Yeah, it should be okay to, if I want to rename this so I actually know what this is, we can go hats. The other one, it's like a long hold, like melody or whatever. So we got that named, that was easy enough. And let's see if I can figure out how to reorder. Can I do it from here? Okay. This is the part that you can do it, but if you want to change what track it's in, at least from here, it's a little, like I usually, once I've exploded a drum kit, I don't want it in position 1. So it's like, I want that at the end, but I have to go through one at a time, drop it into position 9. Same with the MIDI tracks. Usually when I'm recording those, I'm trying to dump it at the end. So, what's this? This was like a, I don't know, like pad or something. That's probably like a lead. So pull that back. This is the bass that was going to the virus. So, usually want this at the end too. Sorry if this is getting boring. Just trying to get my head wrapped around how I might organize this. So we got kick, snare, hats, melody, lead, virus, bass. So we'll probably move this out one. Wait. Not that one, this one. Put it up to 7. So if we go mute now, it sort of makes sense to me how I would normally work with this. And it is a bummer that we can't record track mutes right now. I hope they bring that back. Not being able to do track mutes is a little sad. Because, I mean, you can do it. And you can see I can, like, mute stuff, bring it in. But I've got overdub going, and normally that would allow us to record in the track mutes. My gut tells me I don't want to fill all the tracks with stuff, but I feel like organizing this is just going to be a pain. Like, I can't drag. You can tap on it, I guess. How do I move over to the next page so I can move over to, like, because I got 9 tracks. How do I go see track 9? Not with banks. I'm missing something here. Plus, minus? No, that's just adjusting the sliders. I just have to be on track 9 when I go in. No. Oh, okay, you can drag. Okay, you can drag left to right. All right. Nothing fancier than just doing that. Oh man, the other day I was trying to figure out how to get into like the main output. So I was trying to mess with some of the Yorgos mastering suite, and I just wanted to poke around and see how it loaded into the MPC. And I couldn't figure out how to get over to these other pages because there's not like a tab down here. Good to know you can drag it. What happens to your arrangement when you do a new sequence? Well, good question. Go to the arranger. You can see that. Is there a easy switch over? Well, I guess we have to make a new one. So we'll go to an unused one. And now it's changed BPM. I probably should have copied it over. But we can get back into the arranger. So it's 2 bars. It's just whatever your default is what it looks like. And this is where people were complaining when they come in and discuss this. If I copy this to sequence 2 and switch over, it'll carry over everything, but yeah, it's a little bit to take in. I'm like probably, I mean, I'm farsighted, but I'm at a weird angle because I've got the microphone here. Weird. I thought I copied the sequence over. Did I do that? Let's try again. Pencil, copy sequence, 1, sequence 2. Oh, it defaulted to 1 and I just overwrote 1. That's stupid. Okay, do it. So, yeah, I just got the dumb name because I just copied it exactly. So that'll work. Can't I do the old workflow what way? What is it you want me to try? I'm happy to give it a try. But my understanding is, from what people have been discussing, if I go to sequence 1, what I've read and like seen for a few videos is if I come in and mute these and then I move over, those mutes carry over to the next sequence. So it's muting. Yeah, like, see, it didn't bring it in. So what you have to do is like, you have to like go in and program like volume automation or something that you can actually capture, because it won't capture and record track mutes right now, which is how I used to do a ton of stuff. Would just be make a bunch of sequences, mute things in and out, and then start thinking about the subtle tweaks I want. I think from an organizational standpoint, this is probably better or less confusing for most folks, since you can do really weird things between sequences and song mode on the MPC. But yeah, so because these carry over, you won't be able to program any of that into song mode. You'll have to do what they were showing in some of the arranger videos, which is if you don't want it to play something. So we'd have everything running, which is fine, but then we need to go arranger and start deleting stuff. So if you don't want this lead, then we need to go delete it. And then if we don't want the kick, is there like an easy way to erase everything? Or I mean, I can just hold erase and let it go through, I guess, but this isn't how I would normally do it, but it's just how I would think to do it real quick without knowing. But okay, so then we can switch to the sequence 2. Yeah, I'm hoping Akai's taking a lot of feedback from folks. I mean, I certainly feel like I could work with this, but I understand a lot of people not being happy with it, because it is absolutely different. Well, let's go to a fresh sequence. We'll start something new, because I'm just curious how things will. I suspect if I want to load something new, we'll get another kit. See if there's anything fun. load that. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that they'll get some of these things going. That was a little too fast. Give me a nudge. Oh, I gotta go timing correct too. Whoops. Turn that on. We'll do all tracks. I think that's better. I mean, it's been Rhode Island Akai for 2 decades now or something. More than that, maybe, now, at this point. We get back into sampler. What did I do wrong? Sending MIDI, but no audio. Well, let me get the Iridium going. What the heck? Let's go new track, MIDI, send this out to the Iridium. Yeah, I mean, you're usually better to do offline time stretching on the MPC, or don't get too carried away. It can get a little wild. I mean, we could do an experiment. Let's go, we want to see what's going to happen. See if I remember how to do all this stuff. It's been a while. We will, first of all, go to the browser. Just load up any old samples. See what we get. Anything fun. House. Drum and percussion. Let's see if we like any of these. All right. I'm going to need a new track. We'll go drum because we don't have clips anymore, which is a bummer. All right, we'll just load that there. Load that there. So we get 118 tempo. So we'll set this to 118 first. Get into track edit. We've got BPM sync on. Turn warp on. What the heck is going on? BPM's not 59. Let's go 118. Warp and get 118. So, sounds okay. I was just checking to see if that actually had kicks on it. It does not seem to. We're going to go to sequence 6, and now we'll add in. Actually, let's record those first. I don't know, does this sound right? All right, let's turn this down. I mean, you can hear the artifacts for sure. All right, let's go to another sequence. And yeah, let's load in. Let's load in. We'll load these in. Go load. Load. And load. All right, these are 122. Go back to track edit. Warp. 122. We should be able to play around with the BPM after this. Sorry, it's out of time, but gotta get this programmed first. All right. So your question was, I feel like the timing's off. I don't know why. Change the sequence. This is going to drop in, right? Oh, but those other ones are still playing. So if you're doing this, how do you tell, what's the right way to tell these silly things to switch, to stop playing the previous sequence because you don't want that to carry over? I don't know, I guess I had to play with this more. I mean, audio tracks are going to have the same problem as warped audio files, right? I mean, like, I could technically load, like I could take and load in, what, in a 118, we could record in, let's go, we'll make a new audio track. We're gonna go, new track, audio, and we can record something in over here, or record into the looper and then send it over. Main. I don't know. I'm not gonna try and play something really nice here. Just trying to experiment for you. So record this into the looper. The timing on that's terrible. Yeah, I think you can record straight into the. I mean, if you want, here we'll do that. You're probably right. I did do it the other day. We'll fix this. No, it's gonna drive me nuts. Come on. We'll nudge you over. Is it there? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, besides losing my mind. Probably 30 seconds is gonna... Whatever. Okay. So we want to record this into the audio track directly. Is it as simple as... I think you have to do record and play. Okay, so I did dump it in there. And then we're probably doubling that up. So we'll mute this. And go back to the audio track. Nice. It's not warping it by default. That's fun. Do I have to edit this, or what the heck? Because the warp button's right there. Why is it not enabled? Nowhere. Yeah, I don't know, Darren. I don't know where I am anymore. Edit. What the heck is going on? Track edit is not available for audio tracks. I know. What is the trick we need to do to enable any of that stuff? Can I just double tap? Get rid of this. I don't know why it's locked out so much of the interface. So I don't want to do any automation. So don't snap, do snap. Go to arranger. All right, man. Arrange. But I want to be able to adjust the BPM and have it stay in time. I don't think this is going to help. Because if I go... Oh, wait. What the heck's going on now? Why was it changing? Yeah, that doesn't... In what world do you want that to be the behavior? I am missing something. Go to arranger, punch in and overwrite it, which is sort of fine. All right, do we have to go back into sample editor? Sample edit. Audio recording 3. I am at a complete loss. Make a uzip type melody. Uzik type melody. Carpet Muncher is a great track of his. I'm not familiar with Uzik. I'll have to look him up. Loop lock, link slices, process over here. Do. This is not going the way I expected. Because I feel like when I've done this, when I used to have the Force, when I would record something in, it would follow the BPM immediately. Well, as I said, they're doing their thing. And I just haven't used it enough to know whether I like it or not. I know I dislike some of this stuff because I don't understand what it's trying to do or communicate to me, which is an easy place to be like, I hate this, but I also don't mind trying to figure it out. Well, I'm going to abandon ship on this one. Yeah, beta blues for sure. What I really want is like I'd love to see the Force clip view, because I think that would be, like, I wouldn't mind doing like a 4x4 where we had clips before, but have them work more the way the Force did. but it is not meant to be right now. Yeah, I think it's one of those things that it looks potentially more intuitive than it is sometimes. One of the things I do like is this quick pop out view. I have liked that just because I would spend a lot of time going in here and doing stuff, but it also still suffers from some of the issues that you can get uh, with the original one, where it's like, where is everything? Because now you gotta know where your um, audio and then your output's going to, and a bunch of other stuff. So I don't know. I can go back. Let's go back here. Although now that I've added this other song in, we've got this whole other mess, right? Like this is where I think people are going to lose their minds, is trying to stay organized if they want multiple songs in one project to play. Because it looks like, well, you got 128 slots, which will allow you to do an awful lot in here. But I can see how you'll get super lost, because you can't just dump something on like B15 if that's where you put all your MIDI stuff or whatever. I know, like on doing Eurorack, I would usually use the HBank for everything to send CV out to and do all the mappings and everything, so I knew where it was. And I would have to be able to do that in firmware 3 right now. I would have to create 128 tracks in prep ahead of time to have everything there. And that does feel like a giant step back and pain in the butt. Yeah, it'll be, it's possible people start using other devices for doing live performances, or just take if they're going to make it easier to export from the MPC into the Force, which I wouldn't see why they wouldn't do that. It might be why people move to the Force for doing their live sets, but that becomes an awfully weird reason for why you'd end up buying a device, is so that you can do live performance potentially on something that you used to be able to do live performances on. And unfortunately, I don't think I think they're probably end of lifing firmware 2, so anybody that wants to stick on that, you're just going to be stuck with whatever features you've got. Bit of a bummer, but as I said, I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I'm just going to have to keep playing around with this and see what I do and don't like. There are still things I like, but yeah, I feel you, Immersive. The touchscreen is maybe a little much, because I mean, I just want to be able to do something as simple as hold menu and be able to hotkey into the looper. But like with all these new things that they've put in here, I don't know if I need them or not. And I can't just switch to the other, like there's not like you can't do like, yeah, shift menus going to the browser. So like I can't go into the hold menu to get in, and like I can't do the looper because it's programmed to what's on the first page, which feels weird to me. I'd let them know, like, I also think this is weird with the touchscreen, because I would think that if you know there's a second page, you should be able to swipe, but you can't do it. You have to hit the button, and if you go swipe in the wrong spot, now you're switching your buttons around and potentially not paying attention and changing where your muscle memory is for dragging in or using some of these other things. So again, I'm hoping they spend some time cleaning some of this stuff up, because I think we're gonna be learning to live with it, or we'll see people move away from the MPC. I don't know. We'll see. Curious to keep an eye out and see what people think. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna drop off now, and I gotta go take care of some stuff. But like feed the dogs and whatever. They're staring at me. But thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Hope you guys have a good day. Keep making your own music, having fun, and catch up again soon. Thanks, guys. Peace. Before I drop, what is your question? Fearful Legends TV. What is the Back to the Future? Is that looks awesome? What thing here is a Back to the Future thing? We're talking. Am I pointing at it? What's the back? Wow, I'm spiking the audio a little. Didn't even notice. Sorry if I was clipping. Where's Back to the Future? It can't be this, is it? I mean, I can understand wondering what the heck this is. I just got it. If this is it, this is the Dig Dug DIY Memento. Yeah, it's the Memento Deluxe. Basically, this is a TRR, the black box with the screen. This thing? Oh, this is the Waldorf Iridium. It is a pretty dang awesome synthesizer, and it does just about everything that you could possibly want a synth to do. If you're looking for a keyboard, they got a keyboard version, and they've also got this version. I'll adjust the camera so you can see it a little bit better. It's got 5 different styles of synthesis in it. So you can do kind of digital analog. It's got sampling, granular synthesis. It's got a mode that is kind of like Eurorack modular, where you can do all kinds of crazy kernel stuff and point them at each other. And it is nuts. I still do like my Access Virus though. So I haven't been able to, I keep thinking to sell it, but I like these two things too much, and like the sounds that spit out of them. So anyway, if this is what you're talking about, then yeah, Waldorf Iridium. It has been out for a while. It is quite cool, and I would love to see them make some more versions of it. Anyway, one last time, everybody, have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.